Want to win one of these?
Or one of these?
Or one of these?
Then enter the photo contest at Cazillo.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Keep Shooting Monday number 96. My name is Greg Cazillo, Cazillo.com.
And I'm Kathy Azar from Catherine Azar Photography.
Well, as you see, we were having some fun with the prizes that Epson sent over. We have the Stylus Pro 3880 here and the R2000 over here. They sent over for us, obviously, to have them in the show. And then these are going to be the actual ones to be sent out. So if you want us to like autograph them or something, you know, we'll gladly do that. We can autograph the box. I think that'd be fun.
We also have the Think Tank big airport security bag.
Yes, we have the airport security, which is just out of frame down there. But yeah, so it's here. It's going to be sent out as well. So how do you win some of these prizes? You enter the contest by submitting your best photo, either in landscape, portrait, or black and white. Make sure you mention which category you want to put them in, and you can submit them on Facebook, on the Cazillo Photo, Facebook.com/Cazillo Photo, Twitter.com/Cazillo. Make sure you mention me and hashtag Keep Shooting, and the same on Google. Mention me and hashtag Keep Shooting, and you'll be entered into the contest. So not only do we have the big prizes, and we have some really neat stuff coming up. What were the stuff that's coming up soon?
Well, you said Manfrotto sent us a tripod. Awesome stuff.
Can't wait.
You guys are lucky we're actually giving them away.
Instead of keeping them ourselves.
Organic Bloom, whom you know is my favorite framing. I want to say pre-made frames, but it's not the same thing as what Bridget does for us. Yep. I love their frames. They're sending us a couple of frames to give away. And my buddy Tim at Pixify, a studio management program that I have learned not to be able to live without, is giving us a 6-month subscription, or a couple of them to give away.
Very good.
So if you're looking for a way to keep yourself organized, that's the way.
Cool.
Good stuff.
So Kathy, let's give away the Lexar memory cards from this week. We asked everyone to comment on the YouTube video.
And we had some nice comments. Thank you very much. It warmed the cockles of our heart.
Hold on, before you go any farther though, I probably don't say this enough, and I do appreciate and wanted to thank everyone who watches the show week in and week out and shares the videos week in and week out. So
and comments, it's really nice when you put time and effort and work and things into these, and we give up most of our Mondays every Monday to do this. And so when you even just say, hey, thank you, or I liked that, or even I didn't like that, sometimes that's good too. So we thank you if you have ever commented on one of our videos.
Always take suggestions, ideas. We can't think of everything, always want new ideas, so keep those coming. So. Okay,
but this week, John Olivo, we're close, maybe.
Yep. Hopefully, I think it's Olivo, but
you are our winner this week. John said, I comfortably watch and listen to your videos because you are thorough. A good analogy of what I mean would be like having a 5th grader attend a college class on any subject. Love that. One teacher, the other sites I've seen, talk over him or her and expect them to understand. Another teacher, both of you, on the other hand, I think talk to us all non-professionals and professionals on the same plane. I thank you. I have learned so much from you. And maybe that's because I was an elementary school teacher.
Just maybe.
I think that
Just
way.
Just maybe. Kind of can't help that.
But Greg has always, I learned from Greg, and Greg has always been a good teacher. So we thank you for that. It hits us because that's what we hope to do, is to be able to teach on a level that people understand.
Absolutely. So
thank you, John. You get the Lexar card.
Yep, John wins that, and hopefully it's going to be more than one.
We're working on that.
Yeah, we're working on like a bunch of them, but we also want to get other people to win. So you know what I mean?
Speaking of other people winning, this week we have the Shelfie, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, but we have one in store for you today. From Simply Color Labs. They're generously giving you all one, not you all, but whoever wins this week.
Giving one away, yep.
And I love this thing. This is one of my high school seniors, and everyone who sees this says, I want one. Not of her particularly, but their own. The Shelfie is a piece of molding with a slit down the middle that holds one or three, but of different sizes, a 6x6, this is the 8x8, or an 8x10, and obviously the molding piece varies depending upon the size of the images. It also comes in white or black, and you can choose the art matte or the metal one, whichever one you like. And at the expo, we saw the metal one, which was gorgeous too. And I think that they said that that was their more popular option.
The metallic print?
On metal, on metal. But this is beautiful as well. Love them. And the other benefit is you can get a replacement pack and switch them out. So you can change images. I'm just setting these on front, but obviously you would take the other ones out and slide those in. So you can have replacement packs and switch them up according to season. Yep. If you have Christmas pictures of your kids or for your clients, you can upsell by saying, hey, you can use these images now, and then at Christmas time, put the ones with the Christmas hats on, or the whole way through. So it's like a Christmas tree that people decorate for
now,
Easter.
isn't there also a
code? Yes.
Code, discount code? They
have generously given us a code to give to you for 20% off, not just the shelfie, but any of the other art things, sorry, that they offer that we talked about in our video about them that you're going to put up as well. Enter code capital S, capital C, capital L, 11420, and Greg will post that, and get 20% off the shelfie, 3D collages, and art walls. So very generous offer, as well as sending us a shelfie to give to you.
So how are we going to win that?
How are we going to win that? Enter the photo contest with the 3 images that you would use from whatever you have now, whether it's for a client, make sure you have a photo release, or some of your own stuff. What would you use this for right now if you were to win? So enter those, and they will be entered both for this week's contest, for this, and the general contest for the printers and the end of the season contest.
So get them posted this week. Facebook, Twitter, Google, just like I talked about, same old places. Maybe 3 different tweets or 3 different posts, that's fine. Just tag me. I'll notice them, and then we'll choose them for next week. So. And
thank you to Simply Color Lab for sending all that out.
Absolutely. So we have a little bit of news that we wanted to talk about today. Not a whole lot, but the first one that, gosh, I get this question so often. People say to me, well, I shoot a lot of landscape, or I shoot a lot of this, or I shoot a lot of that, and this particular post on DIY photography talked about consider using long lenses for landscape photography. You really can use any kind of a lens to shoot anything. There really isn't a hard and fast rule that says you have to use this for this, you have to use this for that. It helps sometimes, or it's a good rule of thumb to use a certain lens for certain things. And the way I see it is, the way I tell people is start out by using this specific lens, but then try something else, or try your different angles and add on to it and keep going.
Use your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Keep moving, keep trying stuff. And so that's my suggestion. But this is a really cool article. Some really excellent photos here from the Nagamoro Forest in Tanzania, which are really awesome. From Tome Razabi. I hope I'm probably not saying that right, but really excellent images here, landscape images that are posted. So check out that article.
Awesome. And going back to some of the things that we've talked about before with getting your pictures off of your computer, and even worse, off of your memory cards and onto your walls or into a shelfie, DIY Photography has an article on how to confidently choose, whoops, my screen jumped out, how to confidently choose the right mat and frame for your photographs. We've talked about some of this before when we talked to Bridget, but one of the things that they talked about was not necessarily matching your mat to your sofa.
Yes.
Or
any other decor for that matter.
One of my uncles was an artist, and his line that he used on my mother quite frequently, who likes to match everything, was good art does not have to match your sofa. So you want to make the mat match the image more than your decor. And a professional can help you to do that as well.
Very good. Next thing I wanted to talk about was this video that was posted by SLR Lounge and then reposted by Petapixel, which says, does gear 6 times the price give you 6 times the better photo? Spoiler, no. Well, I think this is a little bit deceiving in the way that they did this.
You were hot when I walked in this morning.
This just drives me crazy. And there's 2 reasons why I think that it was a little deceiving. Number one, the setting is gorgeous. The lighting is gorgeous. The model is gorgeous. A great field. Everything is set and ready to go. It doesn't get any better. So that's number one. Number two, all they did was switch the body. They're still using the $1,500 or $2,000 85 1.2 L lens on a Canon, and all they did was switch the body from a 5D Mark III to a T5i, or they say here you could switch it to a 4 or a 3 as needed. And not only that, they're shooting it at ISO 100.
So, and the lighting was beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to you, is that my what did I have? D80 or D50? D50
yep.
that I started with when I first started taking classes with you. I couldn't, when we went on that nighttime shoot, I had to stop shooting because my camera only went up to, I don't remember what the ISO was, but low. I couldn't shoot anymore. On my 610, I can. So that would make a difference with body.
Absolutely. So,
in a perfect situation, no, you're not going to have
but
much
in
difference.
many other situations, yes, it will make a difference. So it's a little deceiving, I think, on this. So I'm kind of upset about it and had to talk about it, basically. Bottom line with good equipment is this. Better equipment does not make your photos better, which I do agree with this to a point. But what it actually does is it will make your job easier and make it easier to create great images consistently. If you're in a perfect situation, of course, you're going to get a perfect photo with the same equipment twice. But better equipment, more consistent on a regular basis.
And the ease of changing stuff up. You don't have to go into the menu to change some of your functions where you've got the dials on the back of the Pro Gear.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, something less...
I only have one more rant for today, that's all.
Shake adds a free image and model release form you can fill out and sign on a smartphone. So that's a good thing to take a look at and be able to use on the fly.
And you never had the actual paper releases and a pen and a clipboard and all that stuff unless you're super organized. But you know what? How much easier would it be to just have them sign your iPad or sign your smartphone?
Well, and actually linking back into Pixify that we're going to be talking about, that's all in that studio management software. So I'm only using a small amount of the studio software program. It's all digital.
Is it on your smartphone too, or is it only...
That's a good question. I haven't gotten that far.
Okay, well,
I've been using a lot of the other features, but Tim can tell us when he comes. He's going to come talk to us.
Very good. You'll have to work on that. So last thing I wanted to rant on today, which I promise is going to be a short rant.
I'll make sure of it.
Was about 2 or 3 months ago, back in August, there was a court case where there was a photographer who had patented a certain way to distribute their photos. Basically, when you're in a race or like a marathon, that kind of thing, you have a tag number. And on that tag number, and then they would take that tag number, they would enter it into the software, and you would easily be able to find your photos. Well, fortunately, court ruled against him, saying that his patent was basically unfounded, and it basically is describing a convention that everybody else is using already, and so you basically can't patent it, and so that's a good thing. I just feel like it just pulls innovation away. You know what I mean? And the whole patent system in general, I think, is really screwed up. But that's a whole nother thing that we are not getting into politics. Anyway, not only is this a good thing, I sincerely hope that someone can take on Goliath, who is Amazon, who had patented the whole high-key white background with a product photo thing. So, yeah, that should be the next one that should go down. That is not good for innovation, good for photographers. I'm going to explode or something. I'm going to explode. So I think that's it for the news. Was there anything else you want to talk about?
Just positively add a question. I mean, add your 3
Oh, we've
images.
got to talk about the question.
And the question
of the day.
Exactly. Question of the day is?
We forget. We forget.
Oh, what is your favorite project that you have done as a gift? Because I plan on
leaving that in the video.
Doing a lot. I want to do some of these as Christmas gifts this year. So for a holiday gift or other celebrations that you have coming up or that you've had in the past, what is your favorite project or photo gift that you have given to either for a client or for yourself?
Very good. So
favorite project, and then enter. I'm just jumping it all
we'll
over.
retweet it. That's fine. That's fine.
And add your 3 images to the contest that will be entered both in the contest for the Shelfie from Simply Color Lab and into the end of the season contest for the Epson and the Think Tank.
Cool. Good show today, I think. Especially the funny thing.
I talked fast.
You talk a lot? Nah, that wouldn't happen. See you next week, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Keep shooting.
See you. Can you lift it on top? You gonna be able to do it on, put it up on top?
Greg, I am a stud. Greg, I am a stud. Greg, I am a stud. That's rolling,
That didn't
isn't it?
answer my question. Yes. I can't wait to put that up. I am totally putting that up.
Oh boy. Now I gotta make sure that I back up my claim. Oh, I'm never gonna learn, am I?